Now I am going to discuss an example on commutator without unity element. So coming to the example, show that the set of all even integers is a commutator without unity element. So we have to prove that a set of all even integers is a commutator without unity element. It means we have to prove that one does not belongs to capital R. If one does not belongs to capital R, then we say that that ring is not having unity element property. If one belongs to capital R, we say that that ring is having unity element property. Okay, so here our set is set of all even integers. So that I am writing that capital R with a set of all even integers. And here also we require two binary operations. One is usual addition and the second one is multiplication. And I am writing capital R as capital R is equal to 2 into x where x belongs to z. Yes, this is a set which contains all even integers. Okay, so I am writing the elements in capital R is of the form 2 into something, and that something belongs to z. Okay, and we know that even integers are all 0 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 6 and so on. Okay, so capital R is a set and it contains every element is of the form 2 into something. Okay, keep it in mind. So now we prove that this particular set together with two binary operations is a commutator ring without unity element. Okay, so first I prove R comma plus comma dot is a ring. So in order to prove a ring, first we have to prove that R comma plus is an abelian group. Okay, in abelian group, the first property is closure property. In closure property, we have to consider two elements that A comma B belongs to capital R. So I am writing A as 2x and B as 2y because in our set capital R, each and every element is of the form 2 into something. So that I am writing A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 2y, where both x comma y belongs to z. And now we have to prove that A plus B should also belongs to our set capital R. So that I consider A plus B. So A plus B is equal to 2x plus 2y. And if we take 2 common, we get 2 into x plus y. And this is of the form 2 into something. Whenever that something belongs to capital Z, then we say that this particular element belongs to capital R. Yes, clearly, whenever x comma y belongs to Z, x plus y should also belongs to Z. So whenever x plus y belongs to Z, 2 into x plus y should belongs to capital R. This is by definition of capital R. Okay, it means A plus B should also belongs to capital R. So I consider A comma B in capital R and I have proved A plus B in capital R, so that closure property holds with respect to addition. Okay, coming to the next property, that is associative property. So in associative property also we have to consider three elements in our set. So I am writing A comma B comma C belongs to capital R. So once again, whenever an element in capital R, if you consider an element in capital R, that is of the form 2 into something. So that once again I am writing A is equal to 2x, B is equal to 2y, and C is equal to z, where both x, where all x, y, z belongs to z. Okay, so now I consider A into B plus C. So I am writing A is nothing but 2x, B is equal to 2y, and C is equal to 2z. So after that I am writing 2x as usually plus, and I am taking 2 common in this bracket so that we get 2 into y plus z. And after that I am taking 2 common from these two terms so that we get 2 into x plus of y plus z. Okay, so 2 into x plus of y plus z. Since all the elements x, y, z are the elements in z, and in z is nothing but the set of all integers, and the set of all integers satisfy associative property with respect to addition, so that x plus of y plus z can be written as x plus y plus z. Okay, in integers, clearly the associative property holds with respect to addition, so that I am using that associative property in this property. Okay, so x plus of y plus z can be written as x plus y plus z. Okay, after that I am multiplying with 2, we get 2 into x plus y plus 2z. Once again, if we multiply 2 with these two terms, we get 2x plus 2y plus 2z. Okay, so 2x is nothing but a, 2y is nothing but b, and 2z is nothing but c. Okay, so I considered a plus of b plus c, and I have proved a plus b plus c. So this is associative property with respect to addition. Coming to the next one, that is existence of identity. So for this property, I have to consider an element a belongs to capital R. Okay, so whenever a belongs to capital R, that a should be of the form 2 into something. Okay, where x belongs to z, right? So in the set of integers, we know that clearly 0 belongs to z, and I am writing that 0 as 2 into 0. So why? Because I am writing 0 as 2 into 0 is, I want to say that 0 should also belongs to our set capital R. So if you want to say a particular element belongs to our set capital R, that element should be of the form 2 into something. Okay, that is why I'm writing 0 as 2 into 0. Yes, 2 into 0 is clearly 0 belongs to z, and if you write 2 into 0, clearly that particular element belongs to capital R. It means 0 belongs to capital R. Right. Now I'm considering a plus 0. So a is equal to 2x plus 0. And once again I am writing 0 as 2 into 0, 2x plus 2 into 0. And if we take 2 common, we get 2 into x plus 0. So 2 into x plus 0 is equal to 2x. 2x is nothing but a. It means, so I consider a plus 0 and I get a. Similarly, if we consider 0 plus a also, you get a. It means 0 is the identity element in capital R. Okay, so 0 is the, whenever you adding any element with 0, we are getting that particular element. We say that that particular 0 is identity element with respect to addition. So identity property holds. Coming to the next one, existence of inverse. Once again, I am considering an element in capital R, and I am writing once again a is equal to 2x. Every element in R is of the form 2 into something, so that I am writing a is equal to 2x. So clearly that x belongs to z. So whenever x belongs to z, we can write minus x should also belongs to z. Yes, clearly. Whenever 2 belongs to z, we can write minus 2 also belongs to z. In the same way, whenever x belongs to z, I can write minus x should also belongs to z. And whenever minus x belongs to z, we can write 2 into minus x belongs to capital R. Yes, if you want to write an element in capital R, first of all, we require an integer. Yes, here I am getting minus x belongs to z, so that I can write an element in capital R, and that is 2 into minus x. So I am writing 2 into minus x as b. I am treating 2 into minus x as b, and I am considered a plus b. So a is equal to 2x and b is nothing but 2 into minus x. So 2 into minus x is nothing but minus 2x, and 2x minus 2x is equal to 0. Similarly, if we consider b plus a also, we get 0. It means the sum of two elements is equal to the additive identity element. If the sum of two elements is equal to the additive identity element, we say that those two elements are inverse to each other. So that I am saying that P is the inverse of A. Therefore, inverse property holds. Okay. So coming to the next property, that is commutative property. So for commutative property, I have to consider two elements. So that A comma B belongs to capital R. Once again, A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 2y. So where x comma y belongs to z. So I consider A plus B. And now I have to prove that B plus A, that is equal to B plus A. So A plus B is equal to 2x plus 2y. And if we take 2 common, we get 2 into x plus y. And here x plus y can be written as y plus x with the help of commutative property in integers. In set of all integers, clearly commutative property holds. In the set of all integers, the commutative property clearly holds, but we have to prove the commutative property to our set capital R. So that I am using commutative property in the set of all integers. So that x plus y can be written as y plus x. And once again, if you multiply with 2, we get 2y plus 2x. So 2y is nothing but b, 2x is nothing but a. Therefore, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So this is commutative property with respect to addition. Therefore, all the 5 conditions of abelian group are satisfied by capital R. Therefore, R comma plus is an abelian group. Okay. So after that, we have to prove R comma dot is semi-group. For that, I have to consider first property, closure property. Once again, I am taking two elements in capital R. One is A and the second one is B. Once again, I am writing A is equal to X and B is equal to Y. Don't forget to remember that every element in capital R is in the form 2 into something. So that every time I am writing A is equal to 2X, B is equal to 2Y, C is equal to 2Z, where X comma Y belongs to Z, means integers. So in closure property, with respect to multiplication, we have to prove that the product of those two elements should also belongs to our set capital R. So that I consider A into B. So A is nothing but 2X and B is nothing but 2Y. So if we multiply these two elements, we get 4xy. And I am writing this 4xy as 2 into 2xy, which is equal to 4xy. So once again, I have written 4xy in this form because I want to say this particular element belongs to capital R. And if you want to say any element belongs to capital R, that particular element should be in the form 2 into something. So that I have written 2 into 2xy. And don't forget that something should belongs to Z. Yes, clearly here, whenever x comma y belongs to Z, clearly xy belongs to Z. And if you multiply with the 2 also, that particular element should also belongs to Z. It means this 2xy belongs to Z. So 2 into 2xy should also belongs to capital R. Okay. So that means AB belongs to capital R. So this is closure property with respect to multiplication. So coming to the next property, that is associative property. For associative property, we have to consider three elements. A comma B comma C belongs to capital R, where A is equal to 2x, B is equal to 2y, and C is equal to 2z, where x comma y comma z are integers. So now I am considering A into BC. So A is equal to 2x, B is equal to 2y, and C is equal to 2z. So if you multiply all these elements, we get 8xyz. Similarly, AB into C, if you consider AB into C also, we get the same answer as A into BC. It means A into BC is equal to AB into C. This is associative property with respect to multiplication. Therefore, whenever closure property and associative property satisfies with respect to multiplication, we say that R comma dot is semi-group. So coming to the next property, that is distributive properties. So for distributive properties also, we have to consider three elements in our set. A comma B comma C belongs to capital R. So A is nothing but 2x, B is equal to y, and C is equal to z, where x comma y comma z belongs to z. So now I am considering A into B plus C, the LHS of left distributive property. Okay, A is equal to 2x, B is nothing but 2y, C is equal to 2z. So once again I am writing 2x as usually, and I am taking 2 common in these two terms, so that we get 2 into y plus z. Okay, and if you multiply with the 2 into 2x, we get 4x into y plus z, and finally we get 4xy plus 4xz. So this is the value of A into B plus C. Now we have to consider AB plus AC. So AB is nothing but 2x into 2y plus AC is nothing but 2x into 2z. Okay, once again if you multiply 2x into 2y, we get 4xy plus 2x into 2z, we get 4xz. So this is the value of AB plus AC, and this is same as A into B plus C. Therefore, A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. This is left distributive property. In the same way, we can prove right distributive property also. So in right distributive property, we have to consider B plus C into A. So by writing all the values of B, C and A and multiplying, we get 4xy plus 4xz. Okay. Similarly, if we consider BA plus CA, then also we get 4xy plus 4xz. It means the right distributive property should also holds. Therefore, distributive properties holds. Okay. So therefore, all the conditions of ring definition satisfied by the set capital R. Therefore, we say that R comma plus comma dot is a ring. But in our example, we have to prove that R comma plus comma dot is a commutative ring. It means we have to satisfy commutative property with respect to multiplication. So that is what I have written here. Okay. So coming to the commutative property with respect to multiplication, once again we have to consider two elements. A comma B belongs to capital R. So here A is nothing but 2x, B is nothing but 2y, whereas comma y belongs to Z. So I am writing AB. So AB is nothing but 2x into 2y, which is equal to 4xy. Similarly, I am considered BA. BA is nothing but 2y into 2x, which is also equal to 4xy. Therefore, AB is equal to BA, which is commutative property with respect to multiplication. Therefore, I say that our ring capital R is a commutative ring. And clearly by the definition of capital R, clearly we know that 1 does not belong to capital R, because our set is a set which contains only even integers. So 1 is not an even integer, so 1 does not belong to capital R. So whenever 1 does not belong to capital R, we say that R is not having unity element property. Therefore, finally we conclude that R comma plus comma dot is a commutative ring without unity element. Okay, thank you.